Okay, we're at the marathon. We're like an eighth of a mile off of the Chilly Willy Rally. 390 Adventure, 390 Adventure, the new Suzuki 800DE, Africa Twin, and V-Strom 1050. We're going to take a little bit of a ride here with the gentleman. My motor mount is back in on my bike. The only real downside is during that eighth of a mile, my bike is not generating enough electricity to run the GPS, so I'm on a battery, and I've got the engine code on while riding. I'm hoping my stator's not going and things are going to be okay. The van is nearby. I figure worst comes to worst, I asked Steve to ride back and get my van for me. So we're going to go on the 106-mile loop with this bike, and I hope we make the entire 106-mile loop. Hey Greg, you'll notice how clean the bike is. The important forks cleaned before we left. The important chain cleaned. Nothing else cleaned because it's an adventure bike. All right, gonna hit the road. Met up with two more guys on their very nicely tricked out CRF 300L rallies. One of them was the incredibly generous gentleman that let me ride his Cove 450 this morning. Took us about a half a mile and we hit just a little dirt road here. Nice change, get off the pavement. I decided this morning to just go ahead and take the mid route. So there is the route that has got pavement and dirt roads like this. Then there's the route that's going to be primarily OHV trails. And then of course there's a street route if you just want to enjoy some pavement and see what beautiful North Carolina has to offer. Me, I don't know anything about this area. I don't have a local guide, so I'm thinking the right choice is to just take the mixed surface scenic North Carolina trip. And so far, I'm going to say I made the right choice. Got a couple of guys with me. I'm sure we'll stop occasionally and do the chatting and the story trading as is normal. And honestly, that's what I'm here for. I am not here to ride trails. I'm not here to ride fast. I'm not even here to see what the area has to offer any more than what's on this nice track Duke created for us. I am here to enjoy the rally, and primarily for me, as meeting new guys who share my love of hopping on your motorcycle or trailering your motorcycle, meeting other people, and just having a relaxing day. I gotta say, it is a beautiful day here in the forest. It started out at 15 degrees, and I'll be honest with you, I was telling myself if it doesn't warm up, I think I'll be fine just to hang around the campsite all day, but it quickly hit 25 and 30. I think it might even be above freezing at this point, and I am enjoying riding my bike through this forest. The only downside is we do still have that error message on the dash, and I'm still having electrical problems, not generating enough power. So I'm not sure I'm going to turn this bike off during this ride, just in case I run into an issue. Lots of campers here in this forest. Let's make sure we're all together, and I'll pick you guys up later. Just a few miles of the pavement, which was beautiful, by the way. The roads here in the Uwharrie forest, I probably pronounced that wrong, sorry Duke. However, the roads surrounding the Uwharrie forest are in impeccable condition, and we had fun on some of the corners, very much enjoyable. And after just a couple of miles, it dropped us back on another gravel road. I would absolutely love to be here when these trees are full. This is a thick forest, and I bet in even the hottest day, this is a nice, cool ride here through the forest. And this is still pretty, and we definitely don't want to have any coverage today because the temperature has gotten cooler, not warmer, since we've just gotten the shade coming from these trees. But oh man. Now, I am at the Chilly Willy Weekend, and Duke told us all this morning that he will be doing this again. So if we are all fortunate, Ben, Motocamp Nerd, Mayo Moto, Duke will make this happen for us again next year. Hopefully with about 10 or 15 degrees more of temperature. However, I have to say, it's warm enough. It is December, and it is warm enough here in northern North Carolina to get out on your bike. I have my heated gloves on, and honestly, I have them on because I need to review them, but I think I'd be fine without them. My heated vest is not even with me. I'm just wearing one extra layer under my adventure gear, and moving around on the bike on these dirt roads, I am not cold in the least. I know that it is intimidating when you see the weather hitting the teens overnight, but you know what? Duke provided heaters, a building to hide from the cold, and we don't ride at night, so it is well worth coming to Chilly Willy Weekend. I don't care, unless they're hitting single digits at night. Next year, when you see this event happening, I highly recommend coming. And with them capping the numbers, it's been great. It's honestly been great. I know that there were approximately 60 people last night, and another 20 came in. I mean, I was walking back to my campsite at 10 o'clock at night. 2 guys rolled in on their bikes, and I gotta tell you, they had to be cold. But it's been great so far. Met up with a couple of new guys, on a ride with a couple of new guys, on a ride with Steve Ruse of Steve Ruse Rides / Moto Photo Adventures. Here with Matt from TS Moto, having a good time. Just wanted to grab a couple of moments of footage on the pavement here, because while this is not so far more than 35-40% dirt, when we are on pavement, it's a beautiful ride, beautiful scenery. And it has been broken up quite well in that you do a couple of minutes of one, you do a couple of minutes of the other, swapping back and forth. It's definitely breaking up the ride in a way that I like. I enjoy both a little bit of pavement and a little bit of dirt on a relaxing afternoon ride. At 12:49, this is a relaxing afternoon ride. I must say, though, that when I'm in the Carolinas, I like to follow Chris Smith of Moto Photo Adventures, or Greg of the Bearded Grump. And having to actually follow my tracks and lead people around is really crimping my style. So Chris, Greg, you guys got to come next year so that I can get back to my naturally favorite spot of sweeping the group ride, not leading the group ride. However, I shall persevere and endure. And I did warn everyone who is not a viewer of my channel that I am notoriously bad at following GPX tracks. Now, we are 50 minutes into it, and I probably shouldn't say this, but I have not taken a wrong turn yet. So I'm going to say I'm doing better than I expected. Well, more forest riding for us. Talk to you guys later.
I don't remember it being that rocky.
Which path you taking?
We'll go on the right side.
Right side, all right. Look at him go. If you go back to the Moto Photo Adventures Trans-America Trail videos, I'll try to find out which one. Steve had a fun time trying to go up that, so I had the smart idea of, all right, Steve, go up it now. And Steve crushed it. He absolutely crushed it.
Good catch.
That's slick as snot right there.
Yes, sir. Nice try.
All right, I am just going to enjoy my afternoon out with these guys, and I will probably turn the camera on for something later to be enjoying our evening. But if you stuck around, I would like to say thank you. I sincerely appreciate it. And now turn off this video, get onto Google, and look for a rally near you. This is Frank's advice. I tell you, it's good advice.